That is not our boat. That's a boat that we teamed up with. It's a very similar boat, but they're having the mast unstepped, and I think we're going to do it a very similar fashion. So I'm kind of watching just to see how they do it, and then I'm going to do mine kind of the same way. And of course, it would be raining. Coming down pretty good now. And we'll be heading that way tomorrow morning.
Docked along the wall on the Niagara River, North Tonawanda. We are docked at the beautiful Niagara River. Rob is getting our sails ready and stored away for the this morning's unstepping. Never thought I would see Bordel's again, but we're back. We're gonna give these guys another chance. The mighty Niagara. Getting ready to have breakfast. Rob's getting ready to get the mast unstepped today for the Erie Canal.
We're in North Tonawanda, and you see the boat behind me. We put the mast down today, and man, that was a challenge. The place we went to, they didn't give you any time to do anything. I'm going to show you what they did. Usually I build my own cradle, but they pretty much built, it was like a 50-50 effort, but they wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do because I like to beef it up, make it nice and strong. But look at this chintzy thing they built. So first of all, it's sticking out too far. And here I got 2x4s supporting the front, which isn't enough. 2x4s supporting the center, which I don't think is enough. And the only strong part I built. You can see that right there. I built that, and that's strong. So I'm going to beef this up better with my own lumber that I brought. That's 2x6s, and over there in that tarp is 2x4s. I'm going to make another support and put it right here in the middle, just to beef that thing up. There's Hana sitting on the wall with her chintzy cradle that will be fixed tomorrow. But man, it's a pretty night. It rained all day. It was miserable we were doing that during the rain. I think that's why everybody was in such a hurry. And here's Papa, Maria, and Daisy.
Hello from Tonawanda, New York.
Hello, New York! Canal side commerce. Turn around, look at the sunset.
There's a Thai restaurant down there, open tomorrow.
Look at that. 345 miles to Albany. That's painful. So we're going to check out this bridge. So I'm out taking Daisy for a walk this morning, and I was just going to turn the camera around and show you. This is what the Erie Canal is all about, small town USA. So I'm going to turn it around and just show you. Early in the morning, not much traffic yet. This is the, I guess you would call it a suburb of Buffalo. This time of year, everything in Buffalo is beginning to shut down for summertime activities anyway. We came through here in May and things were just kicking up and it was really active. So when you're going back to the Great Lakes, it's going to be more active. But when you're going to the Caribbean or Florida, it's going to be more dead. All right, the Erie Canal is underway. Maria securing the lines, Daisy standing watch. Paw is probably contemplating a beer. Not supposed to be any rain today according to the forecast, but I don't know. Looks kind of ominous. So hopefully the boat in front of us picks up a little bit, and we'll do about 6.5 to 7 knots, and it'll be about a 5-hour day. heading to Middleport from Tonawanda. See behind us, we got a waterfall way back there just over my left ear, or right ear, I'm not sure which ear it is. But we're coming up on Lockport, which is a double lock. You come right out of 35 and you go right into 34. And I better slow down because the boat in front of me is slowing down. Okay, important safety note. In Lockport, the lines are attached at the bottom and the top. You cannot pull the lines up. So don't try to grab them with a boat pole and all that, because you're gonna lose your boat pole. So you gotta wrap your line around it like that. I saw the sign that said mooring lines required, but I ignored it, and that was a mistake. So that was entertaining, I guess. Now you got this boat behind us pretty close. Here we're coming up on Gasport Lift Bridge. We stayed here in 2018, but there's only 3 power stations or power posts, and it looks like there's already 2 boats in there. Looks like he's lifting, so we're gonna put it down and drive through. It seems so strange riding that close to both sides. All right, dinner time at sunset on Hana. We pulled over in Middleport. There's Pawpaw. That's Pawpaw's dinner, by the way. It's beef stew and some kind of, I don't know, Korean and Thai food or something. But anyway, there's No Doubt behind us and the sunset. And we'll go through that lift bridge tomorrow morning. We could have went through it tonight. They're open till 10, but I don't think there's any tie-ups on the other side. And we have free electric here. You can make a donation. And on the other side of this wall, this building, is a police station, and then you can use the showers and bathrooms in the back of that building. So it's a good day's run on these short days in the fall from Tonawanda to Middleport. What'd you think of the canal today, Maria?
Oh my God. Forgot about the locks. 35, 34.
34 and 35 haunted locks. If you're ever going through there, you got to remember, you don't grab the ropes hanging down, because you can't pull them up because they're connected at the bottom. Good morning from the Erie Canal. We are still in Middleport, and we are going to be headed to Brockport today. Another 30-mile day. We're trying to keep it short first few days. We're tired. So we're going to try to keep it short, and then we'll start knocking out a couple of 10-hour days instead of the 5-hour days. So we did laundry last night. All the laundry was done, and cleaned the boat up. Of course, it's messy again because they just cut the grass, and now all the dead grass is in the boat, or the cut grass. So these people behind us in this tent are riding a bike from Buffalo all the way to Albany along the towpath. Apparently you can do that, so which is pretty cool. That might be something we try next. So anyway, about to start getting things ready. Probably won't leave till like 10 o'clock, and then try to get a little bit earlier start than yesterday. All right, this morning I'm going to check the sea strainer, because on the Erie Canal you get a lot of debris. So I turned off the seacock, and I'm going to open it up and see what we have.
How bad is it?
So not too bad, actually. Just a couple of little weeds down in there. That's all we had. And we're off. You see the Middleport lift bridge behind us. We stayed on the wall, and then had them open it until we were ready. So they opened it, and then we left the wall because the wind is pretty strong, and there's a good current in here too. So they were willing to do that. So that was very nice of them. So Maria's up on the bow, securing the lines that when I jumped on the boat, I just tossed them on. So I didn't really get a chance to do anything. It was kind of hanging over the edge, and you don't want a line getting tangled in your prop in this narrow cut here. So anyway, we're headed to Brockport from Middleport, and it should be about a 4.5-hour run, maybe a little less with current. If you look at the side of the canal, you can actually see what they call the towpath, where the donkeys used to pull the barges down through here. It's interesting. That'd be a fun trip to actually go the way that our ancestors did it, and actually be on a barge being pulled by mules. That would be interesting. I'd pay money for that. Going under one of the many bridges on the Erie Canal, and they don't all lift. Some are stationary, but I think the maximum height that you can be as a boat is like 16 foot something or other, and we're well below that, so we should be all right on all the bridges. We got Popo at the helm. Here comes No Doubt, 38-foot sailboat behind us. No locks today, so that's a good thing. We're only going 30 miles. First few days, we're going to do about 30 miles a day, just to get our canal legs. We had our sea legs, now we need to get our canal legs, because the locks are kind of tricky. So you got to make sure that you're comfortable going through the locks, because a lot of things can go wrong in there. All right, if you look to the left, we are actually going over, I think it's a road or a creek underneath there. So we're actually up above land. This is pretty cool. Well, it looks like a canal boat in front of us. That's the first boat that I've seen. Maria, that's the first boat that I've seen passing us, going the opposite direction while we're moving. And check this out. That's a cool boat. All right, we made it to Brockport. You can see Brockport behind me, and I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see the other side. Immediately in the morning, we'll have to go through that bridge, and just a few minutes ago, we came through that bridge. So this is a really nice stop on the Erie Canal. They don't have a whole lot of spots, but you get, you get everything, and the customer service is over the top. So Brockport, put that on your list of places to stop on Erie Canal. So this is what you do after a day on the canal. Good morning from Brockport. We're in Brockport, New York today, and we're going to try to make it to Fairport. Should be about a 5-hour motor through the Erie Canal, and should be a nice day. We're going through 2 locks, similar to 34 and 35, so hopefully it's not as chaotic. But once we get out of those locks, I think the rest of the locks will be easy. Well, most of them will be. This place is really pretty though. They have a really nice welcome center, and the people inside are just beyond helpful. It's crazy how helpful they are. And I mean, I give it a 10 out of 10 as far as stops on the Erie Canal. All right, we have left Brockport, headed to Fairport. And we had bacon, no bacon. We had eggs. Hold on, running into the bushes. We had eggs and French toast for breakfast, thanks to the onboard chef. This part of the canal is very narrow. It almost just looks like we're floating down a creek. Erie Canal rush hour. We got a boat in front of us and a boat behind us, waiting on the bridge. Well, we just got off the radio with the bridge master at Spencerport. He gave us a warning that we're probably gonna hit bottom before lock 33. He gave us the phone number for lock 33, that if we get stuck, that they're gonna send out a towboat to pull us out. He thinks we're gonna make it at 5'5", but there's a boat behind us, not the one directly behind us, but a little farther, that's drafting 6 foot. They don't think they're going to make it, so we're hoping that we get through this. We'll find out here in a few minutes. Well, we made it through the area that was supposedly shoaling, and we draft 5.5, and I saw 5 feet. I'm not sure how that works, but we saw 5 feet on the depth finder. We're still only showing 8 feet. It should be 12 feet through here. The canal's supposed to be about 11 or 12 feet, and we're right in the center, so we may be coming up on the lock. I don't think so. I think it was 4 miles. So anyway, I'm going to get off here and continue driving, because this is a pretty tight, as you can see, pretty tight. So I need to get off here and drive. All right, we're in lock 33. A little more success in catching the line. So far, so good. We got 2 other boats in here with us. There's Paul manning the back line, Maria manning the front. We turn around, let's check out the back. Having no problems. Look at that. For all, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say we conquered Lock 33, but I'm not going to say it yet. But that looks pretty. All right, we had successful completion of two what we thought were going to be very difficult docks. They turned out not to be too bad. Lock 33 and Lock 32. We knew what to expect, which makes it a lot easier. 35 and 34, we didn't know anything about the line configuration, so it totally caught us off guard. So now we're almost to Fairport within the hour, and that's our stop for the night. Looks like they do canal tours around here. All right, we're passing through Pittsford, which looks like a nice little stop, but we don't have time for Pittsford today. We're gonna keep on trucking through to Fairport. So we're coming up on the Main Street lift bridge in Fairport. And we're in kind of a holding pattern. It's in the Guinness Book of Records for no two angles on the bridge are alike. And one end of the bridge is higher than the other, and I mean it's all kinds of weird angles on this bridge. Well, we have arrived in Fairport, New York, after a 5-hour day, and we are going to walk to a grocery store. Apparently,
There's a lift bridge ice cream.
check out the canal boat there. Maria moves her head, and looks like the Colonial Belle is going out for another tour. Uh-oh, we better hurry. This bridge is in the Guinness Book of Records. No two angles are the same on this bridge. I was just saying, this staircase reminds me of one that we took up in Europe, over in Spain, and Maria fell on it. And then what do you think she did today?
Nothing. I walked up.
And you took a nosedive. Well, the reality of living on a boat and places on a boat is you need to take a shower in public shower houses, which is not a big deal. I mean, I've been in the Marines and the Army and everything else, so we're used to it. But we're used to marina life anyway, and camping and all that, so it's not too bad. But take a look at this shower house. It looks pretty nice. That's it right there. I mean, that's a bathroom and shower house. I mean, you can't really beat that. Now, to go and find it, I just have to go find out where it is. It's one of these doors on this building. I just don't know which. I swear to God, I keep looking right here. I need to look over here. I don't know why I want to look over here. I'm not even looking at my face. I'm looking at like all the buttons.